Hello everybody. Welcome you all at Learning is Fun with Prajnaparamita. Today's session is about a conversation session, and in this session I am going to tell you how to respond or what to say while you are starting a conversation. Before that, let's see some clippings first. So, these are the clippings.
Das hier ist mein Sektor. Das hier ist das wichtigste Gerät des Küstenwächters. Das Gerät und das Gerät. Überlebensradar.
Mayday, Mayday. Hello, can you hear us? Can you hear us? Can you... Over. We are sinking. We are sinking.
Hello? This is the German Coast Guard.
We are sinking. We're sinking.
What are you thinking about?
Passport? Any drugs, explosives, or weapons?
Yes.
Any weapons, drugs, or explosives? Hello?
Oh yes. Oh yes. 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 Yes.
Sir, we have a problem.
Yes.
You don't understand me, do you?
Yes. Yes.
English training. What do you find from the clippings there? You find that you may not use every phrase, something like that, how are you, or another phrase, what's up, thank you, welcome, etc. Not in every situation. You have to know where to use them and what are the alternatives for these phrases. You find that one of that clippings in the airport, the person knew only few phrases there and he used to repeat that phrase frequently while talking with the lady. So, in this video, I am going to tell you what are the alternative phrases you can use while conversing with other people. So let's see. First of all, the most common and widely used phrase is how are you? All time you find while meeting someone in any place, you used to say how are you? How are you? But we cannot say this phrase always. What are the alternatives to this phrase, how are you? Now I am going to tell you that. Instead of how are you, you can say how is it going? How's everything? How are things? What's been going on? Now, if you know this phrase and you have to know the context when to use them properly. For example, when we are talking about how is it going, it seems that you may know that person and it provides a bit of relationship with that person. But when you are talking about how's everything or how are things, that means you may know that person or a bit about their life. You may say this thing to your colleague. But when you are talking about what's been going on, that means to tell you about their life, you may know what is going on to their life, their problem, their anything or related in relation to their life, you may know, and you want to know more. So you can use these phrase instead of how are you in all these situations. Now, you have to know distinguish the situation. That is, I have told you from my last conversation video that there are two types of situation in our life. One is formal and other is informal. Formal situation means when you are talking to your office boss, you may be a PTM or a meeting or a marketplace or anywhere, that is you are selling something, you are doing some official job. You can say that in that formal situation what to say instead of how are you. You may say how are you feeling, how have you been, how's your day going. Okay, so you can say these phrases instead of how are you. And what are the response to this phrase? If you are asked by someone, you have to know the response then. If you are asked that, how are you feeling? Your response may be, I'm good, thank you, I'm fine, thank you, pretty good, it's going well, great. You have to say like this when you are asked these phrases by someone else, and when you are asking someone to start a conversation or your first meeting, you can say, in a formal situation you may say, how are you feeling, how have you been, how's your day going on. So you can say, you can use these phrases instead of how are you. Now, in informal situation, again I am talking to the informal situation. That means while talking to your friend, to your colleague, anywhere. So you can say that, how's your day going? You can use this phrase both in formal and informal situation, and you can say that, what's up? What's new? How is it going? What's been going on? You can use these phrases also while talking to a friend, your any relatives, or anyone whom you are very acquaintance or whom you are very familiar to. And the responses, here I have prepared something. I have shown you that you can say that to your friend, fantastic, couldn't be better, great, pretty good, things are good, can't complain, okay, not bad, all right, hanging in there, been better, not so great, terrible. You can say that if you were in a bad situation, to your friend, you can describe your situation by saying it terrible. And it is only thing you can say this word only to your friend, but never use this word to your boss or anyone elder that, yeah, I'm terrible. I'm terrible. It's not good thing. So here I just give you more example for this formal and informal communication. Here you find, if you are in a formal situation, you find here is a boss and the two person, they are in formal days, that you imagine that this may be an office scenario or some formal situation. That in that situation you may say, how are you doing? And the response is, I'm doing well. How are you? I'm great. I'm fine. Great or good. But when you are with your friend here, what's new? What's going on? What's up? Your friend or you may reply like this, not much, nothing much, nothing. So these are the replies, responses, and these are the phrases you have to use while starting your conversation to your friend, to your boss, or to your colleague. Now I am going to provide you a list of vocabularies which are used in formal and in informal situation. Here there is a column. In one column you find the vocabularies which are used in informal situation and the list of vocabularies we may used in the formal situation. For example, here you find ask. When we are talking about these words can be used in an informal situation, but when you are in a formal situation, maybe in office or talking to your boss, you may say that inquire instead of ask. Similarly, the other word is tell. It is an informal word, but when you are in formal situation, you have to say inform. But is a informal word, but however is very much formal. Similarly, get is an informal word, but receive is a formal word. You can say to your friend, to your parents, or to someone which you are in an informal situation. You say that I get a gift from my friend, but I get a mail. But in a formal situation, you must say, I received the mail. So you can say get when you are talking to your friend, but when you are talking to your boss, to your office, or somewhere, to your colleague, or in any sort of formal situation, you have to say receive. Similarly, seem is an informal word, whereas appear is very much formal. Also is informal, but moreover is a formal word. You can say end is an informal word, but when you are in a formal situation, you have to say finish. For example, another word that is help. May I help you? It is very much informal, but if you are in a formal situation, you have to say, may I assist you? And check is an informal word, whereas verify is very much formal. Sorry is an informal use, but apologize is a very formal in its use. So these are the examples, and in all the conversational videos I will try to provide some list and more vocabulary list where you can able to use them both in formal and what to use in informal situation. So I hope you understand all these things. If you have any problem, please do not forget to comment. So no more today. Thank you for listening, and bye bye.